Good evening, traders. Locks here with another video tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put together the baseline backtest. This should be a very simple, short tutorial because this is one of the easiest backtests to put together. So here we go. Let's first pop open our indicators, and we're going to type in GKD-BT Baseline. That's the baseline backtest right there. Okay, that popped up on the screen. When this initially pops up on the screen, these trades mean absolutely nothing. Okay, so don't be confused by this. And I'll show you, we can break the trades where you see now it's broken, right? It says this error on ray.get function. And that's what it should show. But because we're on Bitcoin, it shows as if there's trades. And there's not really trades because we've not imported any values into the backtest. So do not think these are trades. If you only have the backtest on the screen, or on the chart, you do not have trades on the chart. These are false trades. Do not take them. Okay. So we have the backtest on the screen. We're going to now place the baseline on the screen. To do that, it's GKD-B Baseline. Very simple. There you go. Voila, it's on the screen. Now, these trades still don't mean anything. Okay. These are still not valid trades because we've not connected anything. So the way we connect this up is we have the baseline and we have the baseline backtest. We go into the backtest and we import the GKD-B baseline right here. It says input into new GKD-BT backtest. Once that's imported, these values change. Now these are valid trades. The way these trades work default-wise is if price crosses up over the baseline, the baseline is this thick red and green line, price crosses up, it's a long. If price crosses below, it's a short. Now we can change that behavior if we want in the baseline settings by going into here and saying, oh, trigger type special instead. Okay. And if we do that, now it's changing or it's making trades based on a different type of triggering mechanism. And this, for example, would be slope, where slope turns upward, long, slope turns downward, short. Now, the way this baseline backtest is set up initially is it's just going to show longs. It's not going to show any shorts, and it's only going to do longs one at a time. All right, let me go back here and change this to source. And then we're going to go into the backtest, and we're going to change a couple things around here so you can see more data. Now, we want to test all possible longs. Every possible long that happened on Bitcoin, we want to test it to see what the longs do given this baseline. The way we do that, go back into the backtest. It's at full and long, the default values, but we go into the properties and we set the pyramiding value to something like 20, something ridiculous. So that means it's going to take up to 20 trades in a row. All right. And right here, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades open at a time. And then they all closed right there. Now, that's exactly the type of behavior we want to see so that we test every single possible long. We have 115 long signals, 63.48% hit rate from January 1st, 2018 through today. Now, let's restrict that date so we have less data that's more relevant to something we would trade with. We're going to look back just 13 months, okay? If we go back 13 months, we have 85% hit rate, and then we have 3.55 profit factor. So that's pretty good for longs. What does it look like with shorts? Well, we can do that too. We just change this to short, and voila, we have shorts. Shorts are only 40% hit rate. So you might want to use a different baseline or different baseline setting for shorts, for example, all right? So let's go back here. We're going to put this back to longs. Okay, now let's see what happens when we add an exit indicator. And I don't think I've shown this in any videos yet, at least with these new backtests, but let's see. We have two different exits right now, and there eventually will be probably about 50 of these. But we have GKD-E Fisher transform. Now that's different than GKD-C, which is Fisher transform. Sorry, GKD-C Fisher. See, GKD-C Fisher transform is a confirmation indicator. We want the GKD-E indicator as an exit. Okay, they're two totally different indicators. So you have the Fisher transform exit indicator right there. The way you import that into the backtest is you just import it here. Import GKD-E exit, and that value is right here. Input into new GKD-BT backtest. That's the GKD-E Fisher transform. Very simple. Now, we've added it to the backtest, and it's still thinking, but it's not changing any of these values, and that's because we didn't activate it. You have to activate it in the backtest as well. and that is right here. Activate it and watch what happens here with the profit factor. There we go. We just got one more point of profit factor, roughly. So 4.313 profit factor. That's better than the 3.5 that we had before, right? So that means that if we take early exits based on Fisher transform, right here, for example, we took an early exit there instead of letting this hit stop loss, then we just saved money there. That's a good deal, right? We want to exit when things go against us. So that's how the exit indicator works. Very simple. The backtest also has all of the features that other backtests have. You have the volatility types, you have multiple take profits. This backtest right now does not have the ability to run more than one take profit with the full setting right now. I will have to update this so that you can run up to 3 take profits with the full setting, but I will do that in the future. Right now, this is sufficient for you to test a baseline, though. And again, this works with not only the baseline itself, just the raw baseline, but also with the stepped baseline, okay? And you can see that here, GKD-B Stepped. It works with this one as well. So you have the option to use either of those depending on what you're looking at. But there you have it, folks, the GKD-BT Baseline Backtest. If you have any questions, feel free to chat with me on Telegram, and I will answer your questions. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.